Rajuta, yes, you can go ahead.
Yeah, Sumish. So today we'll be seeing how to read and write data from Excel using Selenium. So I'll share my screen. Let me know if you're able to see my screen. So Tim, if you're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I'll proceed on that. So there is many ways we can read and write data from Excel. So the most widely used ways is using Apache Poi. Okay, if you ask me what is Apache Poi, is nothing but a jar which has a cumulative of 3-4 jars, which helps us to read and write the data from the Microsoft Excel actually. So Apache Poi is like widely used. In the session, what we are going to see is like how to handle the Excel file using a POI, and classes and interfaces which is present in the POI, and read data from the Excel file, and how to write data from the Excel file. So okay, let's make this interactive, guys. And also, like, let me know if you are not able to follow me. Okay. So to read or write an Excel, Apache provides a very famous library. So this library is capable enough to read and write for both the XLS and XLSX file. So we have two extension of Excel file in Microsoft, like XLS and XLSX, which is the advanced. So this Apache for POI supports both the format, and also like to read, but which is different. If you ask me, XLS, it is a binary form of reading a data, and XLX is a XML form of reading data, which Microsoft has implemented. So we have different implementation for both the files. So to read a XLS file, we have an HSSF implementation, and to read XLSX file, we have XSF implementation. Okay. So if you are using, actually mostly in our project we'll be using a Maven. So the advantage of using a Maven is like it helps us to download the direct dependency at all. Also it helps us to download the transitive dependency. So what we have to do is like we have to add the dependency in the Maven tom. Okay. So it is like 3.11. I'm using 3.11 POI and POI OXML for XLX file. Okay. So before proceeding this, I want to show how it works. Then I want to come back here. Okay, let me show how it is, how we have to configure. So here, you all know, right? This POM act as a medium or communication, which is very play a vital role in a Maven project. So we have to give all the information in the POM. Okay, so I have given this POM. So this it is belongs to this one actually, org Apache POI. So POI OXML 3.11 I have imported, and also for POI 3.11. Okay, this is for XLS and this is for XLSX. I have added the dependency over here. Also, so following the list of different Java interfaces and class in POI for reading XLS and XLX file. Okay, so we have a wide list of interfaces, and also these are the predefined interfaces. What we have to do in our code is just we have to call these interfaces. Okay, mean we have to implement this actually. These things I'll show you once after we are done with this code walkthrough. Okay, so I'm starting. I'll start over here. Yeah, I've written a main class. I'm just going it, run it on debug mode. So in this first file path, I've mentioned the file where I've kept. Okay, so actually I'm going to read and write a data from the Excel. Okay, so here I have kept my Excel. If you see me under data tables, I've named it as labels list.xlx. I'll open this Excel. I'll see what I've written over here. I'll show you. So label list. Okay, so here, so under label list Excel, I have named the sheet as read labels. Okay, so in this labels, I have given some seven colors. Actually, I have given seven colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read this data and write it over here. I'm going to write it over here. Okay, so this one, what we can do, I have to give a file, right? So I'm just copy and paste it. Okay, so yeah. So file path, okay. So the file path, it shows me where I've kept the file under the data tables. And the file name is label is .xls. So after this, a file, okay. So if you ask me the file, these files and all comes under IO IO groups actually. So here I have imported even the IO java.io.file file input streams and file. So this happens with the help of IO and POI. Just so here this is the representation of file. Okay, so I'm just giving the file path over here and file, I'm creating an object. So this object I should give it to the file input stream. Okay, if you ask me what is file input stream, no, it act as a connection. It tells us like, okay, here I've kept the file and also here I can read the file. So it just establish a connection and it helps us to read the data, this file input stream. If you want to know more about it, you can click on here and you can get it. Okay, so these are the interfaces we need to implement. So here I am implementing this file input stream class. Not here. Okay, so here file inputs, I'm just creating an object as input stream. This, remember it, I've used file class and file input stream, two classes. These are from IO actually, input output jar file. Now I'm going back to workbook. These workbook, cell, row, these features we are using it from the POI. Okay, guys, just stop me if you're not able to follow. Okay, so I'm proceeding. So workbook. So this is also a workbook. Okay, workbook is an interface. It has many methods which we can use it. Okay, so I'm just initializing it as a null. Okay, I'll use it in the later part. Now the basic validation. I just want to know my file is ends with XLS or XLX. Okay, here I have used XLX file. If you see here, so I'm just getting a nothing. And what I'm doing is I'm getting after dot what is there. If it is XLX, you please do XSF implementation. If it is XLS, you do XS. I'm just telling it. You do this HSF implementation. Okay. So yeah, you know, right? As I told, workbook is an interface. It has many classes. So I'm just using one classes here. I'm just implementing this class XSF workbook. So this is the way how we need to instantiate the interface workbook with the object equal to new. I'm giving this input stream as a parameter over here. Okay. So after this, I'm getting a sheet name. So as I told, sheet name I've just named as read labels. Okay. So I'm just getting the sheet name over here. So what I'm telling is I'm get the sheet name. Okay. Again, sheet is one more interfaces we have to use, which is all inbuilt. We have to implement the classes of the sheet. Okay. Now I'm just implementing a method present in the sheet. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just getting the sheet. Okay. Now I'm getting a label count. Okay, so sorry, row count. I want to know how many rows are there for me to read. For that, these are the things. So label sheet dot get last row minus label sheet dot get first row, which gives me the total row count. So I'm just printing a total row count. Okay, so there are 7 rows were there in the Excel for us to read. Okay, here Again, as sheet, rows is also one of the methods which is already available. We need to implement it. That's it. So I'm not considering the first because the first row I've just dedicated for the headers. I would have named as labels. I don't want to read the first row. So skip the first row and I want to read from the from the second. So I'm just reading. So the base for read it is we have to get the cell. Okay, which cell it is? I mean it means the column and get the string value of it. This is the if you ask me, this is the syntax for read it. What validation I'm doing is here. If it is not empty, just proceed on it. So here it will validate. If it is not empty, so it will. I'm just writing. I'm just putting it in the loop. That's all. So I'm just getting a row dot get cell. The first second one with get string value helps us to read the data which is present over there. So this loop will run for 6 times. It's the third time. If you see your number, so I have a seven data, so it will run it. Yeah. So you could see here, right? So I'm able to read all the data which is present over here: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange. So this is how we can read the data. So before proceeding on how to write, I just want to brush up on the things which I have told you. Okay, guys. So now you could able to figure it out, right? So this workbook interface has two classes which needs to be implemented. So here in my code I have implemented this XSF workbook for XLX file. As I told, sheet is also is a class which implements two XSF and XSF sheet. Here I have used XSF sheet. The same thing applicable for the rows also interface classes. We need to implement it to get the methods. Okay, and same for the cell. Now to read the data, actually data from the Excel, what I have used is like file input stream. As you see, I have got the file here. I have mentioned the file path. So this object I have used it over here in the workbook to create a workbook object. And here I'm getting a first sheet. By default I'm getting the row, first row. This is how I will get the cell. Okay, and if I put dot get string value, it will help me to read the data which is present over there. So shall I proceed on how to write the data? Okay, so how to write? If you see here, I have just got all the datas from the sheet which is separated by a semicolon. So now what I'm just splitting it with semicolon. So I'll store everything in an array first. Before proceeding, I'm storing all the datas in an array. The same what we have done it for the reading the data. The same I mentioned the file path, file name, file, and I'm just establishing a connection. File input stream, I'm just initializing a workbook as null, and I'm finding whether it is XLS or XLX extension. If it is XLX, I'm implementing XSF workbook implementation now. So I'm going to write it in the sheet called output. Okay, so here I'm just using output. I'm just mentioning this sheet as output. Okay, uh, for example, if you see here in this workbook, in this interface, we have n number of classes to implement. See here, add picture, create cell, create date. If at all, if you are using a create date format, it is there. Create font, create sheet. Okay, there's an option for us to create a font. I want when I'm writing, I want it to be in this format. It should be bold. It should be this color. Uh, so many things over here. So we can get. So here I'm just using get sheet. I'm just getting the sheet. Okay. After that, I'm getting the total row count. This I'm not using. I'm just showing it. So this is how we'll get the first row, and this is how you get the last row number. She dot get rows. She dot get lowest number. Get last row number. And I'm getting a row count. Okay. So in this output, row count is 0. Still nothing has written in it. So I'm just going to start writing it. So before proceeding, I just want to write it in the second row as I mentioned because the first row is occupied for the headers. Okay, so I'm just giving row count plus 1. I'm creating a new row. Okay. Before writing, you want to create a new row. So I'm just created a new row. So cell new row dot create cell. So this represent the column here. So I'm printing it in the first column. For reading a data, we have to do get string value. I've used over here get string value. Okay. Mention the column and get string value. For writing a data, you have to use set cell value. So this is label of zeros, nothing but I've got all the data and I've stored it in the array. So I'm just writing it over here. The same thing I'm repeating it for all the 7 data which is present. So I'm printing it in the second column. Here comes this output stream. So output stream is helps us to um, write the data. So if you want to look into more here, so it helps us to write the data. As I told, it has vast classes which whatever the classes, whatever the method required, we can implement it in our project. So till now nothing has written. Until I have to written, I have to tell the workbook I have to use this method workbook object dot write this in the output stream. Okay, till that no records were written it. After I have to tell write it. Okay, once it is written, I'm just closing all the file. So it should be written over here. Here I'm just refreshing my workspace. It is getting updated over here. We'll see. So see here. So all the data, whatever from the read labels, it is written in the output sheet actually. This is how we have to read and write the data using Apache Py. So to write the data, what I've used is the same thing, but I've used a cell dot set cell value and file output stream, which helps us to write it, and wb dot write command. So that's it, guys. This is the simplest thing. I mean, I've just showed we have huge number of methods and classes which are available for us to play around. We can utilize it. So I when you're using a date format, or else if you want to be written in the as I told earlier, if you want to return it in the bold, or it should be also it should be written in the same row, same column. So those things we need to play around with the loops. And also we have n number of methods which is already is there in the interface. What we have to do, we have to implement it, we have to call those methods. This is how this Apache Py. So if you want to know, so these are the IO files which is helpful for us in the file handling, and these are the Apache Py jars which was helpful for us to read and write the data from the file. And that's it. So if you want to know more about it, you can use the Eclipse to write to read more about this file. Guys, any doubt?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jivita here.
Yeah, Krishna.
Can you please repeat the right in Excel sheet?
Okay, I have to write it in next. Sure. I'm just repeating how to write it in Excel. Okay. So if you ask me where
Yeah.
this read and yeah, if you ask me where this read and write data is be helpful, no, when we are doing a automation when we are doing a API automation, right? So that time we'll get a huge data. So we can't print everything in the console. We can't represent in the console. That time we have to go for writing it in the Excel. Sometime yeah, it will be helpful in the UI automation as well. So to write the labels, what I'm giving, I've just stored all the data, all the labels, I mean all the colors in the label array. Also, this is the file path where I'm storing. I'm just telling this file is saved over here in this path. So I'm just initializing the file using this method and file input stream. This will helpful for establishing a connection. Also read the data. They'll call not data. They're using the term called raw bytes to read the bytes or data. Okay, and workbook. Here, this is an interface. This is all predefined interfaces. Okay, I'm just
Yeah, Jivita.
yeah. S.
We to connect. We to create connects. I'm writing the data and when reading both both
Sorry, Kishan, could you please
the
repeat your
connect.
question?
Yeah. Yes, Jivita.
Yeah, yeah. Repeat your question.
I'm asking that we have to the yeah we have to the connection file to stream when I'm writing data and read data.
Your voice is breaking, Kishan. Could you please type in the chat box?
Yeah, okay, okay. I-
Jivita Ambuja here.
Yeah, Ambuja.
While we are taking off this read and write the data, so first in that dependency form file, right?
Yeah.
So what and all dependency we have to take, like only POI is required, or apart from that anything is there? Because while practicing and all, it shouldn't
Not getting.
throw any.
Yeah.
Because the POM is important for this, right? So that's why.
Yeah, right, Ambujakshi. So, as I told earlier, I'm
Mhm.
using a Maven project. Okay. So, the advantage of using Maven is like it not only helps me download this direct dependency, it will download the transitive dependency. For example, this required schemas, XML beans, those and all. Uh,
Okay.
so, if I mention here for this Apache POI, these tools are enough. So you have to mention these two dependency. This is more than enough. It will help us. It will not create any exception. If you're working in the Maven project.
Okay. Okay, that version should be latest version we should take, right? So 3.11 and 6.8.21.
No, no, this is not. Only 3.11. This one.
Only okay, okay.
So
That's okay.
when you're yeah,
Basically, I know.
when you're downloading it, right, it will be available in the zip file. You'll get the collection of 3-4 jars.
Okay.
So yeah, Kishan. Can anyone explain what Kishan asked me?
The connection. Um,
So okay. Anyways, I'll repeat this right. So this is how we need to, so these are the steps common for both read and write. It is nothing but how to set up our Excel file. I'm just telling the file. Here I've kept the file. This is the sheet name, and this is the row. Start reading it, start writing it. The first steps are common. The last, start reading and writing, differs over here. Okay, so this is how the sheet is. I'm just telling, get me this output sheet. So these methods, we don't need to worry about it. So these are already predefined method, which is available, as I told, workbook. Okay, this is a workbook class. We need to use this method, which is already available. See a get sheet. So you can use the, what it mentioned, you can use the index also. If I use 0, it will get me the first sheet. When I want to, I'm just use the string. Okay, and row count, I'm getting it by using this sheet dot get last row number, and this is also, sheet class is also already a predefined. I'm just utilizing this method over here. And first row, so it will give me a row count. After this, I'm getting this first row. How to get the first row? See here, these are the methods which is available under sheet classes. Okay, this auto size column, auto size column. For example, when this auto size will be, I haven't used it, but I know that when to use it is like, for example, if you want to print a data which will exceed the cell size. Okay, that time you need to give this auto size. Create freeze pane. These are the things if you want to use. So you can just go and research about it more. But this is the base. What I've told is the base. Okay, first try this, and later if you want how the requirement, you can play around with it. So see, under sheet, this is the same thing under row classes. If you ask me, it is as more methods. It's very vast actually, and at the same time it's a bit confusing also for the first time. Okay, and here I'm creating a new row. Okay, sheet dot create row. Okay, this helps us to create a new row when I'm writing it. I haven't created. Okay, I just want to create it in the second one, as I told here. I've used create cell, this one. If you want to use with type, yes, you can use with the type, string or whatever it is. But this is the base how to create a. So this represent the column. 0, it will write in the first column. 1, it will write in the second column, as like 2 third. So it continues till number of data out there. So I know that I have given 7, so I've just given an array. If sometimes that you don't know, so you have to follow the loop. So I've just written the loop structure in here. I've just used the loop structure for writing the data, reading the data. So likewise, after this, these are the 2 important things which we have to follow only for writing it. So for writing, we have to use file output stream. So hover on the file output stream, you will get it. So if you want to read it, click on this open attached Java in the browser. You can do it for all the classes to know more about it. So this is what the file output stream. See, as I told, it has vast classes, constructors. So we need to implement what is required for us. So I've just used, I've initialized it, and this method I have put it in the workbook dot I'm just telling them to write it in the file. After that, I'm closing this as part of best practice. We have to close this output stream and the input stream. So that's all. So any questions, guys? But when you're trying to implement it, yeah, I'm sure you'll get many exceptions. Just start working on it. You'll get to know more about it. The same for XLS files also.
Jivita,
Yeah,
Varshita here.
yeah, Vashita.
What if we want to write a data from Excel file into an element in web page?
You want to write a data in a particular column.
No, we have to read data from Excel and write it in web page during automation.
Okay, you want to read it and write it in the web page.
Yeah,
Yeah. So see. So what you have to do, whatever the data you're reading it, you have to store it. Okay. Here I have stored it over here, labels to remove with semicolon separator. So if it is collection arrays of data, you can store it in the arrays, or you can make use of collections list. You can store it in the list. Okay. After storing it, where is this? After storing it here, so here these are the data. I've stored it in the labels. Okay. So you want to print it in the web page, right? Then you have to launch the browsers, as I've told in the Selenium classes. You have to launch the browsers. For example, I guess the project is here. You have to launch the browsers, Varshita. After that, you have to write it over there. You have to find the X path and you have to give it.
okay.
Let me explain. See here, you have to launch it over here. You have to get the X path. Okay. So whatever the X path, you have to get it and you have to send keys. Okay. Here, instead of GV or whatever, I'll be sending labels over here. Got it?
Okay.
You have to find the web first. You have to find the X path. First, you have to read the data and you have to store it in an array or list. If it's single data, you have stored in the string and pass that string value in the web. After finding the web element, pass the string value in that path.
Okay, Jivita.
Yeah. So team, any doubts?
No, Jivita.
Yeah, Jivita, Jafar here.
It's
Jivita, can we work with multiple sheets at a time?
yes, you can do multiple sheets. But just explain your requirement. What is it at a time? Actually, yes. What I've done is, yeah, I can read the things in the multiple sheet and I've saved it. Say, for example, there are 2, 3 sheets.
No,
Okay,
no, multiple files.
you mean
Two.
yeah, yeah, yes, you can do it with multiple files as well. For that, here the file name, right? Instead of giving over here, you have to give file one. Okay, replace with file one. The same thing you have to do if it is for file two, file three. Yes, you can handle it from the bottom
We
of files. Yeah,
we have to take a file from local also, no?
yeah. Wherever you're keeping it, you have just mentioned the path over here.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Chivita. This is Jayashri.
Yeah,
Chivita, can
just
you place the data? Like, see, from cell one, I have read the data on the same cell. I want to do a update. So, for that, any separate process we need to follow, or just normally how we are doing now? That should be fine enough to update the existing value.
yeah, Jayashree. So your requirement is okay. You are reading the data from there and you want to write it back in the same cell,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do same thing. Okay, actually, I guess that's what I'm doing. I'm reading the data okay, I'm using a different sheet. So instead of using a different sheet, what I've done, I can use the same sheet. Okay, the read labels, the first sheet, I can use the same sheet and I can read the data from the cell, and you can. So that here is Jayashree. So if you want simple, if you want to write it in the, this new row is like tells you the row. These are like bi-direction. This tells you the row, which row it needs to be print. So here, if you ask me, I'm giving the row 2 because row count is 0. It starts with 0 in the Excel. Okay. So row count starts here. I'll explain you. Here. So this is 0. I'm printing it in the first row, first column. So if you want to print it, if you want to read it from the first row, first column and print it up and something and print it, yes, you can do it. Ways are the same actually. For example, I want to print it label plus 0 plus I want to append some data over here and I want to print it. Yes, I can do it. Append something like a test or something and I want to print it. Yes, it will do it.
Okay, Jivita, thank you.
Yeah, just. Here I have used two different sheet name. That is the difference. If you want to use it in the same sheet, yes, you can go ahead and use it. And multiple file, I've used same file. If you want to use two different file, for example, if I use some other files over here, it will print it in the some other file. Yes, you can handle with multiple files, multiple Excel files. I guess we are good. Any questions, guys? Yeah, Kishan, sorry, now only I just got to know your question. Okay. So we are good, right? Okay, then could you guys do me a favor? Okay, so actually I could tell, okay, when you start working on it, for sure, I know like you'll, because even I face difficulties when I'm using it initially for reading and writing a data. Okay, so just try to read a simple uh, 2 3 okay, maybe you follow the same. Try to read a colors from the Excel and write it back however you want. Maybe you want it in the same sheet or in the different sheet, however you want. Just try it and let me know this Friday. Okay, we'll just talk more about it. If you face any exception, just do ping me, I'll help on that.
Okay, Jeevita.
Sure, Javita, we'll try that.
Yeah, so I guess we are good. We'll wind up this class.
Yes, Jeevita.
Oh, thank you, Jivita.
Yeah, thank you all. Thanks for your cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you.